What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more U2, and we're continuing with Achtung Baby. Hello, Luca, are you coming up? She's thinking about it. But yes, the next tune is The Fly. Inevitably, I think of the Jeff Goldblum movie. I doubt there's any direct reference in that regard, though perhaps there is something to that. Nevertheless, just taking it more generally, the use of the singular and definite article the is intriguing, and I suppose there could be metaphor at play, but yeah, a fly, it's an insect, it's a pest as we humans regard them, and yes, again, I expect there to be some figurative meaning. Now, I suppose it could be a fly that's literal, but in a scene where humans are doing things. Nevertheless, I'm intrigued by the title. Let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is U2, the track is The Fly, and it's from their 1991 album Achtung Baby. So, okay, first of all, let's talk about the Sonics. Definitely, psychedelic might be too strong of a word, but certainly like an echoic, alternative kind of feel to the Sonics. And they're a bit affected, and it feels like, my ears are sort of in this swirling type of atmosphere, and even the guitar solo section, it felt a bit twisted. And again, maybe psychedelic is a bit strong, but heading down that path, a bit, again, echoic and alternatively styled. I will say also there's a constant kinetic energy to the tune. It's, not crazy fast or intense, but there's a constant energy and cycling to the tune. And then vocally, it's interesting because like the lead vocal for most of it, it's very like breathy and almost like understated, but it gives it a bit more of a visceral type of feel. And then we have the like falsetto vocals of the chorus, although there's sort of like the supporting vocals, it feels like, which it makes me think of one of the tunes from of theirs from the 90s I do know, which is Numb, but in that case I think it's flipped, right? Like it's Edge doing the lead vocals, those spoken kind of rhyming vocals, and it's Bono in the background with the high pitched and I think like falsetto supporting vocals. Here I think it's regular, and that I think that is Bono doing the like breathy lead vocals, but then maybe it's also Bono layered in doing the supporting vocals. But let me know if I have that wrong. Let me know if that actually was Edge on the lead vocals, even though, again, I think that was Bono still. But yeah, so the vocal work is dynamic and layered from what it sounds like. And then lyrically, I'm not entirely sure, but it sounds like he's talking about different scales that, like, it's no secret, like, stars, like, they fall from the sky, they blow up, they come to an end, their fates are sealed, and there's nothing they can do about them. And in the same way that, a fly can, fall from the wall when its time has come, or when someone, kills it because it's a pest, we humans, we rise and we fall. So it seems to be talking about longer time scales and the inevitability of mortality, whether you're a star on the cosmic level, a human in our world, our biological world, right on down to these little pests, these little flies that, it makes me think of Flies on the Windscreen or Fly on the Windscreen by Depeche Mode, where they're talking about death kind of at all levels, and right down to a fly on the windscreen, death is everywhere. So it feels like maybe there's something similar happening here, but also it feels like there is maybe the commentary on the human condition and the way that there's ebbs and flows, rising and falling, the unpredictability, the vicissitudes of human endeavors and lives, and again maybe framing that against the very, very big right down to the very, very small. But either way, I found it very compelling, and yes, I don't think it has anything to do with the Jeff Goldblum movie. And of course, I thought of it in advance. I don't think I mentioned it in my intro, but the idea of a fly on the wall, which, the sort of unnoticed observer for human events, and in some cases it's like, oh, you just like to be there listening and, hearing what's happening, seeing it, even as you're not really noticed. I feel like it's a slightly shifted version of that concept here, but again, the idea that the short lives and the simple deaths of flies mirror or play out on in a similar way on a different scale as do humans, and again right up on under the stars. Now obviously there's a lot of lines about like secret, it's no secret that this, it's no secret that that, though I do think there was also a positive articulation that like something about it actually being secret. But either way, I'm keen to hear what people have to say about this one, lyrically and thematically. But I really enjoyed it. Top tune. And again, I hear the difference between this and a lot of what has already come, even if, there's a level of epic quality to it, but in a, again, sort of like darker, alternative sort of mode. So yeah, definitely a cool tune. Do let me know what you think, and we'll see if I can just shift Luca ever so slightly onto her chair. Kind of like Raiders of the Lost Ark when you move the icon. Yes, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.